I forgot what it felt like to think clearly. And honestly, I didn't realize how mentally noisy my life had actually become until things started to get quiet again. Because when you live under constant pressure long enough, your mind, it never fully gets the chance to reset. So for a long time, my brain, it felt crowded all the time, always thinking ahead, always solving problems and calculating, always mentally preparing for that next thing, even when nothing was technically happening. Internally, it still felt loud. And after a while, you stop noticing it. You start believing that this is just normal life. And honestly, I thought this is just ambition, right? This is just responsibility. This is what driven people feel like on a daily basis. But looking back now, a lot of it was mental overload, constant stimulation, constant urgency, constant survival mode. We talked about this a lot. And the crazy thing about survival mode is it slowly starts to eat your clarity without you realizing it. Soon, you don't have any clarity left. You become reactive instead of intentional, mentally scattered and emotionally exhausted, disconnected from your peace. Your thoughts, they just never fully settle. You're always on, right? Always carrying invisible pressure mentally. But recently, as my environment and my lifestyle started changing, I started noticing something strange. My thoughts, they started to slow down. Not in a bad way, in a healthy way. For the first time in a long time, my mind felt quieter. And I started noticing that I had clearer thinking, that I had a deeper focus, that I had this emotional calmness that just wasn't leaving. My presence was actually here. My creativity was returning. I had better conversations and more patience, more awareness in every situation that I was taking a part in. I could actually sit down without feeling internal panic constantly pulling at me. And that was new for me. And honestly, that realization was emotional because I didn't realize how mentally overstimulated I had become. I'd adapted to chaos so deeply that peace almost felt unfamiliar to me at first. And spiritually, this side changed things for me too. When your mind is constantly overloaded, right? It's hard to think about anything clearly. It's hard to reflect, hard to be present, hard to sit with God peacefully without rushing mentally to the next thing, right? But lately, I've started experiencing stillness again, and that's been changing me deeply. I think a lot of people are mentally exhausted right now. Most people aren't even talking about it. It's not because they're weak, but because modern life constantly overstimulates people. You get notifications all day. You have pressure constantly, schedules that keep us busy full time. You have stress, and that stress doesn't leave sometimes. And that becomes part of a normal life for you, right? It's all this noise that we have surrounding us and all this urgency that's been baked into us for no reason. And eventually people lose the ability to actually think clearly. So I'm going to tell you what I believe now. Now I believe that clarity is one of the most valuable things a person can protect, right? Because clear thinking, it affects your decisions and your relationships. It affects your emotions. Clear thinking affects your health and your future, your peace in general. And you don't realize how important it is until you lose it for a while. So I used to think that pressure created performance. Now I think clarity creates better performance. Peace creates better decisions. Stillness, it creates wisdom. That perspective changed me. I forgot what it was like, what it felt like to think clearly until life finally slowed down enough for me to hear my own thoughts again. Sometimes God does that to you. He slows it down, puts you right by that still waters, man, so you can start thinking clearly again. You can get your peace back. And honestly, I don't want to go back to living mentally overstimulated all the time. If you felt mentally overloaded for a long time too, I want you to comment the word clarity down below because I think a lot more people are craving peace internally than they actually realize. And until next time, man, you know what it is. I appreciate you for watching. Peace.